Hi guys.
Welcome back to the channel. Feels good to be back.
It does.
Where do we even begin?
Well, everybody say hi to my cat,
Oh
Muffin.
my
She's out here looking so cute, Muffin. Look at the camera.
She smiled at it. She's like, yes.
I know.
So we're here today to do a little Q&A on the pregnancy journey thus far.
Yes.
As you guys should know already, if you haven't watched the video, pause it right there, go back, watch our gender reveal. We found out that we have
A boy in here.
we got a little son on the way. So honestly, like, we're head over heels. People have been coming left, right, and center with the congratulations and a whole flurry of questions. We're just like, yo.
Yeah.
Let's just
We've been answering the same questions over and over.
So we're just like, you know what? Let's just get to them all right now. And honestly, I'm curious too, like, cause like when people ask questions, I learn new things. I'm like, yo, like that's a good perspective. I didn't even think of that.
I like hearing what you like, your answers to some people's questions as well. So
I agree too.
It'll be fun for all of us.
Facts. Before we go any further into the video though, I just want to say the website is live. Who's Fly TV is
Who'sFlyTV.com.
It's officially launched. Shout out to Dom's Lens, took all those amazing photos for the website. So you know, if you guys want to get your merch, make sure you go log on. Make sure you guys also make your profiles on the website, because if it wouldn't be the king of frugality if I wasn't out here dishing out discounts and other incentives for you guys. So make sure you guys sign up and stay tuned, because we got a lot in store for you guys.
Yes.
So where do we begin with these questions?
I think we should start with the cravings. Honestly, we got like 12 questions about cravings. So I feel like this might be a little bit disappointing to most people, because I haven't really craved anything out of the ordinary. The weirdest thing was in the first trimester, I really wanted lemons. Like, I would literally sit there and just like slice a lemon and just eat the lemon slices. It was odd, but it wasn't the weirdest thing I feel like I've heard pregnant people crave before. So that was that. I do find though, when I really, really want something, like I really want it. Like I need it.
Yeah,
I will die if I don't get what I want to eat.
Skip the dishes has been getting ran through, and it's just the cravings are all over the place.
You have to expose me.
I have to, no, bro. It'll be like 2 p.m. She's like, I want the keg. I'm like, why are your cravings so, the chest
that
is
happened
high.
one time.
Your chest is high.
One time. And I was like, yo, I need steak. Like I just need steak.
For lunch.
And mashed potatoes.
For lunch.
And it was delicious.
Within the 24 hours, that same 24 hours span, in the nighttime, I need Dairy Queen, I need a Blizzard, I need it. It's literally closing time. I think the next most frequent question was, how did we find out?
Oh yeah, I guess so.
There's not really a big story time to it, really.
There isn't a big story time. I think people are feeling like there's some sort of dramatic
build up to it.
Yeah, but realistically, God didn't send the flood.
I wasn't sweating it until about 2 weeks it being late. And then she's like, yeah, we're doing a test. I was like,
yeah, after a week I was like, nah, this doesn't happen to me. I'm like clockwork.
It happened once before though. I remember you were late one time.
It's rare.
And I was like, see, I told you, push it back. And then
it's rare.
I didn't push it. I pushed it back indefinitely this time.
We were on FaceTime together because I just couldn't wait till we were together. So I was just like, yo, the curiosity is killing me. We FaceTimed, so we found out together at the same time.
I was just like, yo.
And we were just both sitting there on FaceTime, staring at each other like,
I was like, yo.
Okay, no. Let's take it back a little bit, because it was a little bit dramatic. I was like, boom, it's late. I took the test. And obviously it's the longest 2 minutes of your entire life. And this little, it was like one of those digital ones. So the little clock is like flashing on and off and on and off and on and off for
PTSD, bro.
2 minutes, okay? And I started FaceTiming Royston, and then literally 2 seconds after he picked up the call and said hello, the clock stopped flashing and it flashed to yes. And I was like, and then he just was looking at me like my face was like this, and he's like, what does it say? And I flipped the camera around and showed him, and he was like,
as I'm going back to sleep. This is a dream,
it was too early. It was too early.
I must be dreaming. Bro, could you imagine waking up from your blessed snap and you think, oh, okay, well, what is it today? The first view after the FaceTime call connects.
I showed you my face. I showed you my face. I showed him my face.
For 0.2 seconds.
And then I flipped it.
And then you flip it to the pregnancy test, and I'm just, good morning to you too.
Sorry.
The both of you.
Anyways, next question.
Okay. Someone said, Dom, do you forget that you have a belly sometimes? Like, do you accidentally hit it on things?
Okay, so no, I don't forget that I have a belly sometimes because it's very prominent. I wasn't the slimmest person ever, but I was a lot slimmer than this. And I feel like my belly kind of appeared overnight.
Bro, facts.
But I don't.
It caught me by surprise. I'm like, yo, when did this get here? I'll say too, even I forget sometimes. Like, I'm like, yo, I forgot that you were like, you were pregnant, because like,
literally said that the other day.
We'll be like cuddling. I'm a hand on the belly kind of guy regardless. So when I said, I'm like, oh, I forgot about this. We got a little hill going on over here. All right, man. Got more curves than I thought.
She said cravings, morning sickness, fave and least fave part of the journey so far. Morning sickness? Zero. I literally have not felt nauseous or thrown up once. God bless. And I think this is generational because my mom told me that she never had morning sickness either.
Listen, I'm gonna go with that.
So
'cause I'm not good at cleaning up vomit anyway, so.
I am so overjoyed that there was no morning sickness. I think my favorite part of the journey so far is gonna sound extra, but it's really just like every now and then I have the realization that I'm doing something crazy right now. Like, there's a human that I'm literally building right now.
Crazy.
And I just find that so amazing. I feel like there's so much like power in that. Like, I just feel at one with the universe. Like,
okay, Queen Chakras, goodbye.
I just feel like, bro, if I could do this, I could do anything. And that's obviously not the only time in your life that a woman will feel like that. There's so many different ways you can get that feeling, but like, this is the first time I've actually experienced it in my life. So it feels just like, it feels super cool. Like, sometimes I wake up and I look in the mirror and I'm like, yo, I'm carrying a human.
Bro, it's wild.
Which is crazy. So I think that's my favorite part.
I think I can agree with you on that because like, I'll say it to you all the time, like, yo, you're amazing. Like, you're like, what do you mean? What did I do? And I'm like, bro, like, you are carrying a baby 24/7. Like, there's no off button for this. You don't just take off your work vest and go call it a night. Like, this is not a shift. This is literally around the clock.
Plot twist, it's a belly bodysuit.
Where's my son? But I think that's probably one of my favorite things about it too. Just seeing you like go through this transition day by day and seeing it progress is just mind-blowing to me.
I also have to add to another fave is that when you're pregnant, you can pretty much do whatever you want. Like, being visibly pregnant and just like having the whole world look at you like, oh,
She has the world in her palms.
make sure she gets what she wants. I'm like, you better make sure I get what I want. I only got 9 months to milk it.
Yo, milk it,
so
bro. You got 4 more, so enjoy.
before I start getting milk.
Literally. My least favorite part, I would say, is just how powerless and helpless I can feel sometimes when she's going through certain pains and stuff like that. Like, I wish that I could do more in certain instances. It's so tough seeing you go through that, and I'm just like, okay, like, how can I help? And there's really nothing I can do from the outside looking in. But, you know, I do what I can, and I try.
Supportive.
I try.
Yo, this guy will just be sitting there and he'll just pick up my foot and just rub it. Like, I didn't even ask.
Bro, it's nothing to rub your feet, bro.
I
Give
know.
you a back rub. That's so light. Like, that's the least I can do,
follow
literally.
me around like this.
But yeah, I would say that's my least favorite part. And then I guess a close runner-up would definitely be how the stipulations to COVID are kind of just
messing things up.
Messing things up and keeping me, I guess, literally at arm's length with everything when I really want to be there, like, every step of the way.
That kind of ties in another question I got, that how has like it been being pregnant during COVID? And yeah, I'd say that's my least favorite part, is just like going through this in a regular time. I feel like I want to experience going through this when we're not in the middle of the pandemic. Because it affects everything.
So
like,
much limitations.
It affects, you know, my family being able to visit me and come see me, and like my family hasn't even really been able to see like me and my different stages of pregnancy so far, and like you can't come to any of my appointments. I have to sit in there alone. I gotta have my mask on during ultrasounds. I gotta, you know, I
gotta be careful about where I go, just because I know at the end of the day I gotta come back home to you, and I don't want to risk anything, risk your health and compromise those things. Even like as simple as the gender reveal, we had to be very selective about who we could bring. And
keeping that in mind too, like for a baby shower, we're just like crossing our fingers. I don't know, just hoping that there's a dip in numbers or something where we'll feel a little bit more secure. I want to answer this one. Do you feel a connection to the baby? I don't know. I feel like it ain't real until he's born. Honestly,
it ain't real.
I get what you're saying though, because it took me a little while. I think like it took me a month or two to actually feel like, okay, well, this is real, because obviously you don't necessarily feel any changes or see any changes in yourself that early, so it's really easy to kind of disconnect from the experience. I think I'd probably say in like the second month, I was like, this is pretty crazy. Like, I feel like, yo, this is my little person in here. And I think now too that we've had a gender reveal, and it's like you're able to kind of put a little bit more
identity
onto your baby, right? So it's like now it's like you might be thinking more of names, and like you might be picturing more like what your baby's gonna look like, whereas you weren't necessarily trying to think of all that stuff before, because like you didn't want to get too far ahead of yourself. At this point where we are right now, like our baby can recognize our voices, so it's really cool just to have that experience of like, you know, you sound like you're talking to yourself in the bathroom, but really like I'm talking to my baby. So you do feel the connection. It's kind of surprising, but it's there. I do feel like when I am actually like holding our child in my arms, I'm going to be like, yo,
I'm gonna bawl.
You actually step on the scene. This is crazy.
Pulled up to the scene with my son missing. In terms of connecting, I think for you to take a while, you said you took about 2 months. I think for me, it's even longer because like I have a literal barrier too. I think the first real moment of connection for me was seeing the ultrasound. And then after that
was a big moment.
That was a big moment for me. And then I think after that, I would definitely say was maybe 2 weeks ago when I felt the first kick. And I was just like,
it was earlier than we expected to.
Yo, it was, I can't, like, even just thinking about the moment right now, I'm just like, yo, like.
It was hard.
It was a real like, double kick. I'm like, I remember specifically, we were watching a TV show. I was just there rubbing the belly like I usually do, nothing different. And I felt like a flutter, and Dom was like, did you feel that? And like, I had been trying to feel a kick for so long.
I've been asking him like, did you feel? He's like,
no. I didn't feel nothing. I didn't feel nothing. That was your pulse. And then she asked me if I felt one, and I thought I did. And she asked me, I was like, yo, I guess I did. I think I felt it. And then after that, it kicked 2 more times right after that. And I was like, he knew to kick me. He knew it.
Yeah, and it was like unmistakably like kick.
I'm here. I'm here. What's up?
He was like,
what's up, Pops?
You already know.
And I was like, he said, what's up to me? So I think that was a real first connecting moment. And then obviously having the midwife tell us that it can start to recognize voice and stuff like that now. So I'm out here chitter chattering whenever I can. Now I feel that connection because like, he dapped me, bro. He dapped, like he said, what's
and our
up?
Baby's gonna come out recognizing our voices, but low-key he's gonna look at us and be like, I don't even know.
I don't even know y'all. So next question kind of ties in, I guess, because they're asking also too about home births versus
hospital birth. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, there's no birthing plan right now.
And that's okay. That's all right. That's okay.
I've been reading honestly a lot, and you know, a lot of people have talked about having a birth plan by now, and like how their midwives are pressuring them to have a birth plan ready. Honestly, my midwives are super chill. They're just like, yo, you have up until the day of to decide. Like obviously we don't necessarily want you to be frantically like on the day of deciding everything, because you don't really have time when you're going into labor.
Of course, but why would you need to be sweating that at 20 weeks? We have 20 weeks to go.
Yeah, it's just something there to be like a cushion, because even like a lot of people don't even necessarily stick to their birth plan. Some practitioners actually make you write it down. But we have a lot of considerations to make, honestly, just because of like COVID we were talking about earlier. That really affects our experience. I think I would automatically just go to a hospital just because it's the most practical for me and us and our situation. But yeah, so because of those COVID restrictions, I think that would be the only reason why we would really be considering a home birth at this point. At least for my first time around, I would want to have the support of a hospital. But I have the free reign, so I feel confident whether we decide to do home birth, hospital birth, it's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be lit.
Yo,
the labor is going to be lit.
Listen, I have no choice but to say it's gonna be lit, because if I start psyching myself out, I'm just gonna stress myself out for no reason.
That's true.
So it's like I'm being realistic with myself. I know it's not gonna be an easy situation, but I'm confident either way.
Listen, I'm about whatever it is that you want. I'm also leaning into whatever direction we can have some company, because I've been telling Dom I'm queasy. I can't do certain sightings and certain atmospheres, and I would love if I had the opportunity to just, you know, tag her mom in at certain points, because I might need some fresh air. But I'm gonna do my best nonetheless. But you know, if I can have a 1+, that'd be great.
That'd be great.
You know, I'd love to just take a rotation, you know, just carousel it, you know, just carousel it. You know, your mom do little half-an-hour shift, I come right back in the next half an hour, we just keep it moving, because I foresee myself fainting, I'm not gonna lie.
I will actually fight him. I will fight him. I will strangle him and take over the YouTube channel.
I'm trying.
Because I'll be so upset if he faints. Like, bro, I need you right now.
Bro, I'm gonna wake up someone fanning me, he's like, he's already in registry, I'm sorry. And then you go name it Dominic. So I'm like, yo, it's not R3?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Faint at your own risk, because you're gonna miss the moment.
Nah. I'm gonna hold it down, you know. Kobe in the clutch. I'm gonna hold it down.
Okay.
But with that being said, I know this video is getting a little long. We have a lot more questions to go. So we're gonna actually split this video up into 2 parts. Make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you comment, make sure you like. Stay tuned. We're gonna answer the rest of the questions in a bit. And we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Bye. Say bye, Muffin.
Oh my gosh.
She said, y'all boring.